again. Let's have a look at Kickstarter right now. So, update on that. First of all, there's a new deck on Kickstarter from a guy named Max. Actually, it's 2 collectible playing cards, but it's designed by Max from MaxPlayingCards.com, and it's called the Bicycle Metal deck, and it's supposed to have a metallic look to it, metallic feel. It does have lots of embossing on the box, and looks like a pretty shiny deck. You can get that right now, of course, on Kickstarter. Looks pretty cool. Actually, it looks pretty nice, yeah. The Bicycle Aves by Lux, 5 days left. It's well funded. The metal deck, by the way, is 50% funded already. It still has 39 days to go. The Impressions playing cards by Make Playing Cards has added a new deck called the Phantom Edition, which is basically a completely white deck, which is pretty interesting and different. This project is now over 1,000% funded, with 18 days still to go. It's doing quite well. Draconian by Randy Butterfield and Midnight Cards, well funded, 19 days to go. Delightful Poker playing cards, 4% funded, 25 days to go. Not gonna happen. Choice playing cards by Ben Colazzi, 43% funded, 24 days to go. Hopefully it makes it. It's the second time around for that one. Steampunk Beginnings by Nathaniel Mortensen, 30% funded, 25 days to go. It's really slow to fund, and I believe it has something to do with the fact that he's sitting on a lot of orders from previous projects, and he hasn't fulfilled them. They haven't been produced yet, and a lot of people are a little bit iffy on backing him at this point. However, I did reach out to him, and he got back to me, and he said that he launched it right now because he wants to launch it now so that he can then focus on shipping out the Kingdoms of a New World and the other decks he had, the steampunk deck he had before. And then he can work on this one, and he wanted to do it now so he can get the project done before Christmas. He's already got the artwork done. It's been approved by USPC from what I can tell, and what can I say, it seems okay, but there's reason to be concerned at the same time, I would say. But I pledged anyway, but at the same time, it's looking really slow for pledging. The Arceus playing cards, never had a chance in hell, 2% funded with 5 days to go. The Bicycle Titanic by Robert Tomlinson, well funded, 27 days to go. He has added a new item, which I have added to my order, which is a key. And if I get to the update, I'll tell you about that. He does have a deluxe deck that's coming this tomorrow, I believe, Thursday, October 2nd, and also very early on Friday morning for international backers. He also added a custom brick box, which is going to be made by Gambler's Warehouse, which looks like a wooden box, but apparently it's not. It's being printed. But it looks like a steamer trunk. And he added a cabin key, $6. Adds this to your pledge. It's a key that has a cabin number of the person of your deck etched in it, which is pretty freaking awesome. It's a nice, cool, old school key, and it's got the number to your door on it. So, what better can that be? What more can you want than that? And there's more stuff coming as well. I just love this campaign, this project. The Montague Collection Inventors playing cards, 2% funded, 20 days to go. It's not going anywhere. Deck of Bits is still around. That's the playing card display cases by Gambler's Warehouse. That one's well funded with 13 days to go. Glass Legends playing cards by Alexa Barcieri. 17 days left in that one, and it's funded. The blue and white color playing cards, collectible playing cards, 69% funded, 14 days to go. It should fund. Then there's the Celtic playing cards, 33 hours to go, 25% funded. Not going to happen this time. Last time we did pretty good. This time people, I guess, decided they weren't too happy with the end result and with the length of the project last time, so they decided not to bother. Modern Fighter playing cards, another one that's not going to happen. 13 days left, 29% funded. Concentric playing cards, which is going to be produced by Legends playing cards by Stephen Kowalski. Currently 17% funded with 17 days to go. Chances, not very good. I did get a prototype in the mail today. The review will be up, or is up now, I believe. You can go check that out. The link will be in the description for that. It's a pretty neat deck, and the prototype actually handles pretty good. I was surprised by that. If it doesn't get more funding, it's not going to happen this time around, and who knows if it'll be back. So if you like it, go support it. A neat deck that's launched recently is the Super Suits playing cards by Undefined Knowledge. It's almost funded. They only had a goal of $3,000, and they're a couple $100 away from that. It's considered funded as far as I'm concerned. And basically, it's actually starting to grow on me a little bit. There is a colorful main deck, and then there's a black one. It does have a one-way back design, which is rather unfortunate and unnecessary. The back design features pips all over it. Then superhero logos. The clubs have the, I believe, the Batman light. The hearts have a Superman symbol around them. And clubs and diamonds, I'm not entirely sure what they are. And those are really big borders. Anyway, the court cards feature, I guess, superhero type characters with crowns on them. Kind of minimalist. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of them, but the pips are kind of interesting, and the backs are definitely interesting. But very limited quantities as well, and definitely not USPC or anything like that. Excuse me, I still got a cough. Installment cards, not gonna happen. 2% funded, 20 days to go. Not a chance, especially at the prices they're charging. And the lack of anything going on in that one. And in my opinion, they're breaking Kickstarter rules by saying, okay, you pledge this much money, we'll send you a deck. The rest of the money goes towards sending decks to prisoners and seniors. That's fine and dandy, but where I come from, that sounds like charity, and that's against Kickstarter policy. Might not be a financial donation, but still a donation. Deck of Skeletons, vintage playing cards by Mike Wilcox. 86% funded, 7 days to go. It's slowly getting there. Time will tell if it happens. The Smiley deck, our favorite deck by Sim Yaffa. It's 2% funded with 28 days to go. It might actually happen. Probably not. But it's getting there. Very, very slowly. Another new deck is by Gambler's Warehouse. The latest deck, which happens to be another black deck with skulls. It's the Bicycle Eerie playing cards. It's a vintage horror theme. Again, it looks pretty cool, but in my opinion, they're doing way too many decks that are black with skulls. It's getting repetitive. It's like Big Mind Media doing a deck with skulls or skeletons. It's the same thing. It's do something else. It would be nice. They're pretty cool though. They feel somewhat similar to other decks. when I look at them, the faces and the backs and everything. But there's two ones. There's a red one, and then there is a limited edition purple one with only 1,500 being produced. Judging by this and the 1,000 Deck Club on collectible playing cards, it seems like USBC is doing lower print runs, but only for certain people, and not general Kickstarter creators, just gamblers and Circle City cards. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that they bring that back. But anyways, they're okay. They're not bad looking. They feature Elvira and other characters on there. Well, maybe not Elvira, but definitely all sorts of Halloween type characters. Just in time for Halloween. Moving along, zombie playing cards, which is perfect for Halloween. Funded, 10 days to go. Not a USPC deck, I believe it's make playing cards. Excuse me. And again, not my cup of tea. There's a lot of other better decks that have skeletons and zombies and stuff like that. Decks of the Aftermath, Volume 1. 90% funded with 6 days to go. It should fund. The Kingdoms of Verdun collectible fantasy playing cards. Printed by... Oh, it's printed by Make Playing Cards this time. Oh, I see. They got all sorts of stretch goals now. It's currently 59% funded with 46 days to go. If they hit $1,000, it's going to be printed by Make Playing Cards. If it hits $5,000, it'll be printed by Expert Playing Cards. And if it hits $10,000, it'll be printed by the USPC. So the good news is it's going to probably be printed by Make Playing Cards. The bad news is it's not going to hit those other stretch goals. It'd be tough to do that. Another new deck to tell you about is the Retro deck by Pocono Modern. Not too long ago, I reviewed the previous deck, maybe a month ago, whatever it was. And this one's not bad. Goal $20,000. They're about a quarter of the way, 22% funded. There's two different ones here basically. Same back design, faces are different. The back design's got blacks and grays and oranges colors and all sorts of like geometric shapes and whatnot. It's pretty interesting. The faces got some very interesting pips on them and code cards, which is somewhat minimalist, but still customized, and they make use of geometric shapes all over the place. One deck has faces where these spades and clubs have gray coloring with white borders, and hearts and diamonds have orange colors with white borders. The other deck is a white face deck, which utilizes orange pips and indexes and black pips and indexes. So pretty interesting. It's nice to see two different decks and both usable. They're actually not bad looking. You should check them out. And ooh, there's a nice 2-deck collector's box you can get, but we won't do that. I won't do that. You can do that. Not for $24. I'm not buying a cardboard box for the decks. Yeah. Anyways, moving along. There is Year of the Ram playing card, 6 days left, 11% funded. Not going to happen. There's definitely a few decks I've told you now for some time were not going to happen, and it's pretty clear they're not going to happen at this rate, this time around. Some of them never. But anyways, that's what I've got. If you didn't see the review on the Concentric, go check it out. Go check out the project. Check out the other projects. And that is that. By the way, Seasons playing cards were funded. Jackson Robinson's Army deck canceled. You heard correctly, canceled. Why? Because they decided to make some changes in how they were going to do the series, and I guess that ended up resulting in some changes to the look of the decks or something. And so they decided to cancel, restart, and that's what's going to happen in the very near future. And is there anything else I can think of? Bear with me for one moment while I check the form. Oh, Albino Dragons got the new Wizard of Oz deck coming soon to Kickstarter. Yay, another deck that I can't buy because I'm not in America. And word has it that the tally holes from King's Wild should be coming soon. And also coming soon, the Encarded Standard Edition deck. It's going to be like, I guess, their version of a rider back, basically. Not a rider back, but kind of their version, a deck that they will continuously produce as needed. And it's going to be a very standard deck, basically. And the latest deck from Jason Brumble called Run should be coming in the near future as well. And there's another deck that's going to be coming back soon on Kickstarter, but not sure when. That is that. Oh, by the way, Conjuring Arts has some bricks for sale. They're selling bricks for everything, pretty much. And then they have a variety of box out now as well, which apparently isn't really worth the money. That is what I've got. Sorry it's a little bit long. I'll see you next time.